There are a few things you need to know before you jump into your first lab. Designing a good experiment is not hard, but it requires a little thought. Sometimes you'll be doing an experiment that has already been mostly designed for you, but even then you'll have some choices to make. Before you begin, you need to have a good grasp of what you are testing and why you are testing it. Read any lab materials that have been given to you and make a plan. Your plan is your experimental design. A good experimental design will start with a hypothesis. Don't wait till after your experiment to write your hypothesis. The hypothesis should drive the experiment. A hypothesis should be written as an if-then statement. These kinds of statements show cause and effect, and the statement should be about something you can test. If students study for 2 hours, then they will do well on an exam, is a pretty good hypothesis. If students study for 2 hours, their test grades will improve by 2 letter grades when compared to students that don't study. That's a better hypothesis because it's more specific. You're still not quite ready to test. Once you have a hypothesis, you need to write out your materials and methods. The materials are the ingredients list of your experiment. Writing them all down will help you to know what you need and make sure you don't forget anything. The methods are the instructions. When designing your methods, you need to be clear and detailed. Variables can change results in an experiment. A good experiment has a tested group, a control group, and 2 important variables. Variables are things that can change. Your 2 most important variables are the independent and dependent variables. The independent variable is what you are testing, and the dependent variable is what you are measuring. In our example hypothesis, the amount of studying is the independent variable and the grade is the dependent variable. Anything else that can change the results of the experiment when it changes needs to be controlled over the whole experiment. Your control group will experience the opposite of the tested group. Using our example hypothesis, the tested group of students will study for 2 hours and the control group will not. Once you have this plan written down, you can run the experiment. Write down the results in a data table, and then write a conclusion that presents the claim, evidence, and reasoning presented by your experiment. Labs go a lot more smoothly when they are well planned and the hypothesis, materials, and methods are all written down beforehand. Stay awesome!